Good day everyone. Today we would like to share with you the implications of pakej rangsangan ekonomi to individuals and families in planning their individuals' financial plan post-COVID-19. The recent COVID-19 pandemic has had significant impact for every country in the world. The government enforced the movement control order to prevent the curve of COVID-19 outbreak. The epidemic has affected daily activities at various levels, including households, students, workers, businesses, investing in healthcare personnel. On 27 March 2020, Prime Minister of Malaysia, Yang Amat Berhormat Presiden Datuk Haji Muhyiddin bin Haji Muhammad Yassin announced the features of Prihatin Rakyat Economic Stimulus Package. Through Prihatin has reviewed and emphasized the previous package to protect every divisions of the society. The stimulus package outlined three objectives. First, protecting rakyat. Second, supporting businesses. And third, strengthening economy. First objective is protecting rakyat. Measures designed under this objective focus on curbing the spread of the COVID-19 outbreak, providing encouragement to the affected households and individuals as well as protecting workers. Second objective supporting businesses is to assist the business sector, especially SME, by providing enhancing funds to support the company cash flow through the various measures. Third objective, to strengthen the economy. The measures announced in this package are aimed at ensuring the continuous economic activities, primarily through the disbursement of vanished cash assistance, particularly Bantuan Prihatin Nasional. The government will also focus on domestic investment activities with high multiple effect to preserve jobs.
Groups of society that was affected directly throughout the pandemic COVID-19, which are households that gain low income, informal workers, and also informal sectors. First, let's look at low-income households. In Malaysia, there are three types of income gainers that has been classified by B40, M40, and P20, where B40 reflects the bottom 40% of income households, M40 the middle 40%, and P20 the top 20%. These classes are further subdivided into groups such as B1, B2, B3, and so on. Many Malaysians, the B40 and M40 classes have been seriously impacted by the protracted COVID-19 pandemic, and the Prihatin Rakyat Economic Stimulus Package has offered adequate relief. During this hard time, with the aid given by the government has lessened a multiple number of B40 and M40 lives in which they can use the given amount of money by purchasing the essential needs for the family. Now let's look into informal workers. The persistent lockdowns and movement control orders (MCO) in the country, particularly in urban areas, will strive to knock informal workers the hardest. The informal workers in the informal sector may be financially harmed as a result of the government's attempt to curb the spread of COVID-19. A person is classified as a worker in the informal sector by the Labour Department if their business is not authorized with the Companies Commission of Malaysia (CCM) or any other regulatory body, including local governments. The effects of any type of the MCO will influence not just to informal workers, especially the self-employed, but also those in the B40 who rely on this sector for lower cost goods and services. Lastly, let's look at informal sectors. In Malaysia, the informal sector reports for 1.36 million total workforces and it reports for about 9.4% of the total employment. Large proportion of them are in the urban area, encapsulating around 82% and growing at about 5% annually. Their presence are particularly prevalent in the service industry, 62.1%, construction 20.0%, and manufacturing 17.2%. Lockdowns to stop the spread of COVID-19, whether complete or partial, have devastating effects on businesses and employees, particularly in the informal sector. The pandemic virus epidemic has shown the difficulties in defending them and vulnerable households. The new exceptional conditions, on the other hand, provide an opportunity to resolve long-standing gaps in access to health and basic care, banking, and the digital economy, as well as to strengthen social security for informal workers.
Next, I will talk about the negative impact to individuals and families of COVID-19. There are four negative impacts to individuals and families of COVID-19, like psychological impact, social impact, financial impact, and economic impact. The first one is psychological impact. One of the impact is through quarantine. Quarantine causes wanderings in all daily human activities. This causes a person to face stress because they do not like to sit at home. This stress causes mental health to increase. Next, several schools and childcare centers have closed and switched to online learning for at least some time to help control the spread of coronavirus. Children and their parents are facing constant uncertainty and improvements to their everyday life as a result of these closures. Second impact is social impact. It gives big impact to older persons with disability, and sport. COVID-19 infections is most likely to affect the elderly, particularly those who have chronic health problems like asthma, cardiovascular disease, or diabetes. Persons with disability face barriers to receiving healthcare facilities even under the best possible circumstances due to availability, reliability, affordability, as well as stigma and prejudice. Sport and physical exercise have been affected as a result of psychological and physical distancing interventions, lockdowns of workplace, classroom, and general social life, which have become routine to combat the spread of the disease. Third impact is financial impact. COVID-19 has an impact on the household. Individuals who work with companies who are active in foreign trading have been hit the hardest, with bonus and benefit salary cuts often compounded by furloughs and potentially permanent employment losses. Then there's the issues of school closures. Many families have undergone financial upheaval as a result of keeping school-aged children at home full-time, as school district boards and philosophies opted to close their doors and keep many classes practically where possible, whether for credit or not. The last impact is economic impact. It gives impact on economic impact too, such as event cancellations and travel bans. With all big athletic tournaments and seasons such as the Olympics, NCAA tournament, NBA, NHL and MLB being cancelled, fans of the games are understandably saddened. Employees and businesses that depend on these activities will experience their own economic downturn. Next, many people may see a temporary travel bans as merely an announcement to their family vacations plans. Unfortunately, it will impact the work of many companies that rely on in-person business trips to share knowledge and details.
The benefit prihatin to individuals and families. In March 2020, the Malaysia Prime Minister Yang Amat Berhormat Tan Sri Datuk Haji Muhyiddin bin Haji Muhammad Yassin has announced the Prihatin Rakyat Economic Stimulus Package worth RM250 billion, which will benefit many people in Malaysia. In his speech, he has announced that RM20 billion has been announced in the earlier stimulus package before. Other than that, almost RM128 billion will be channeled to preserve rakyat welfare, RM100 billion to support business and SMEs, and RM2 billion to strengthen the Malaysia economy. The Prihatin package will provide immediate assistance that can help people to ease the burden faced by them. The benefit to individuals and families is, first, support close to financial. As introduced by our Prime Minister, some financial assistance will be given to several categories of qualified citizens. Several categories of citizens have been divided based on their household income and basic amenities survey 2019. Among them is B40, M40 and T20. Each of these categories will also be divided into several more sections. With the prihatin provided by the government, it hopes to help individuals and families in survive a daily life in the pandemic season. The second benefit to individuals and families is business continuity. Due to the pandemic that hit Malaysia, several economies in Malaysia experienced a sharp downturn. Several sectors experienced problems in the production process due to MCO and pandemic. The import and export sector was also suspended due to the widespread epidemic. To assist SMEs as well as micro entrepreneurs, the government and Bank Negara Malaysia will provide additional fund worth RM4.5 billion that cover a few key initiatives. Benefit number 3 is retain or self-employment di bawah program subsidi upah dan program pengekalan pekerja. COVID-19 has a huge impact on many things. Among the most affected besides the economy and business are workers. In addition to being laid off, there are also some who has experienced a reduction in their salaries, which has a huge impact on employees as they lose their source of income. However, in the Prihatin package, the Prime Minister has announced some assistance that will be channeled to the affected workers. Benefit number 4 is personal debt or managing. When the laid off or experiencing salary deduction, Malaysia have trouble in settling their debt. Decrease of income and high expenses make them unable to settle their debt. With the provision provided in the given Prihatin package, it is hoped to help the people in managing their debt.
The Prihatin package outlined various measures to ease the burden of the netizens affected by the COVID-19 outbreak, especially households and businesses. Through the implementation of this package, the government is confident that the disease will be curbed and well-being of rakyat is restored. The measures are intended to provide relief to the rakyat. The Prime Minister of Malaysia said the Prihatin package is a focus on conserving the welfare of Malaysian country, support businesses and strengthening the economy. The objective of Prihatin is to protect citizens that has been affected on their daily activities at various levels, including the households, students, workers, businesses enlisting the healthcare personnel. The government and Bank Negara Malaysia will provide additional funds and aid to support all economic sector and facilities under the micro credit scheme. Dana Penjana Nasional under the administration of Ministry of Finance is also one of the objectives that set in motion by the government to strengthening the economy. To conclude, the benefits of Prihatin to individuals and family is a support tool to financial business continuity, retain safe employment and personal debt. The Prihatin package will provide immediate assistance that can help people to ease the burden faced by them. All people in Malaysia will enjoy the benefit from the stimulus package, which care for the rakyat themselves. As been promised, no one will be left behind. Hence, the implication of Prihatin package to individuals and families in planning their individual financial plan post-COVID-19 is vital and beneficial towards our society. This will ensure our economic growth and increase mental health among people in this country. We hope that this pandemic will soon be lessened and the community can soon arise from this global destruction and make the world a better place for everyone again. Thank you.